So then, having talked about the situation in South Korea, the fact that there's this kind of overlying image and fascination with wealth and looking good, but that there's some underlying problems that are developing in the midst of all of this fabulous growth and development. And to go back to Gangnam Style and the growth of K-pop, this song is really about that kind of two-level life. The fact that image is really there on the surface, but what's going on underneath is more serious. So it starts with, Psy being very sun-drenched. It looks like he's on a beach, and then you pull back and he's actually in a park with a bunch of kids. He's dancing in this stable with all of these horses, and it looks like he might be playing polo. And then when he actually rides a horse, it's on a carousel. Right? So the image is not very deep here. He's traveling on a bus with a bunch of retired people. It looks like he has a pool, but it's actually a public sauna. Right? There's a lot of this very the lavish lifestyle that he's talking about and that is the focus of Gangnam is not very real. And this song just exploded in popularity, right? It was everywhere for a while. There were so many people watching this video that YouTube had to reprogram its counter for numbers of views because it exceeded the upper limit. And it diffused. This is a really interesting example of pop culture diffusion. It spread all over the world. There's all sorts of different parodies. He showed up on Saturday Night Live doing the song, right? All sorts of different people from Deadpool to UT that did parodies of this. So that was really the showing the power and the impact, the popularity of these culture streams coming out of South Korea in this case. There's even a parody that's called Kim Jong-il Style, where they're parodying North Korea. It is inappropriate for me to show in class, but if you are interested, you can look that up on YouTube. So this is the power of that. It was so widespread and so popular that Psy actually met with Ban Ki-moon, who was the head of the UN. He was the UN General Secretary at the time, and he was South Korean. And they did the little dance, right? They did the Gangnam Style dance. And Ban Ki-moon actually joked that that he had been the world's most popular and most well-known South Korean in the world until Psy came along. So this is that power of popular culture. And it hasn't stopped. While Psy may not be as much on the world stage as he used to be, there are other bands like BTS that absolutely are. They just got their first Grammy nomination. In fact, it's the first Grammy nomination for any K-pop group. K-pop groups are regularly selling out the biggest venues all over the world, or they were, right, before what's going on now. But this is a global phenomenon. The popularity of K-pop is eclipsing the popularity of music from other places. And whether or not you're a fan of K-pop, the power of it, right, and the amount of money that is being generated, the popularity of it, I mean, we can see this in all sorts of places. And it looks like I managed to cover up the slide that I meant to put up, but there have been several examples, and I'll put a picture of this in a slide to put in. But the several marches, for example, the Million Mega March that happened in Washington a couple weekends ago. K-pop fans, BTS fans, flooded the discussion boards for that march with pictures of pancakes, for example. And K-pop fans have flooded white supremacist groups. Right? And so the power of these fans and the amount of focus that they can generate is just further examples of the power of popular culture and the way that globalization is changing where that popular culture comes from, what is popular, and what image is being created. And remember that this is soft power. Soft power is all about building bridges and relationships, getting another group of people to do what you want through soft powers, soft approaches, rather than coercion or using force, rather than marching your army in. Instead, you're being friendly and approachable and sharing your culture. So this is a massively important force. It is changing the way that we consume things, everything from the food that we eat, the music we listen to. And this is definitely something to keep an eye on. All right, done with the culture for East Asia.